Ryan and I are going to play today Excalibur. Excalibur, if you're familiar with the game, you might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, isn't that for more players? Well, it plays from 2 to 8 players. And truth be told, it is, I think, meant for larger groups. It's going to have a slightly different experience. But from what I've heard from the game designer, his 2 children, they love playing it head-to-head, which is what we're going to do today.
Yeah, I mean, this is a deduction game. So anytime you've got a deduction game like Excalibur, the experience is so different at higher player counts versus 1-to-1. And to be honest, it's almost like a different experience of the game because when you're playing with so many different players, it is really very difficult to track what everyone's doing, what everyone's got in their little secret piles. But 1-to-1, it's much more about outwitting the person sitting across from you.
Yeah, it's definitely, it feels a little bit more like a shell game with one other player. You're really just looking for your opportunities to sort of like trip them up with a lot of the powers that you're going to be implementing. Just to give you a brief explanation, you see the game here set up. It's very simple. By the way, amazing production. If you haven't seen that, check out our other video, Metal Swords. This is the high-end version of the game, but all versions are really cool.
I don't know. This might be one of the coolest board game components I've ever seen.
It is, but we're here to play the game.
I know, but I want to be like King Arthur and use Excalibur. That's been my dream since I was a child.
Well, maybe you will, because the object of the game is to, at the end of the game, be holding Excalibur, but not be holding the cursed sword. I have them both here in my hands. We don't know which is which right now. I have shuffled them up. One of us is going to get the cursed sword. One of us is going to get Excalibur. At the end of the game, which is going to be triggered when any one of these 3 areas of Avalon are emptied. In higher player counts, you'll empty 2 of them, but in 2 players or even the lower player counts, it's just 1. Once one of those is emptied, that's going to be the final round of the game, and at the end of that round, if you're holding Excalibur, and only Excalibur without the cursed sword, you win. If you're holding Excalibur, but you also have the cursed sword, everyone else at the table will win, and you are the only loser. If by some chance at the end of the game you're just holding the cursed sword, whether Excalibur is held by someone else or it's still in Avalon, you are proclaimed the ultimate loser.
Makes sense.
And everyone has a horrible loss if no one has Excalibur at the end of the game, and the cursed sword is also not held by anyone. I love that.
And for those who don't know, the cursed sword is the sword that was used to stab King Arthur. That's
by
where
the
the
way,
curse came from.
Ryan here is the resident King Arthur lore, Arthurian legend
Look,
lore expert.
I honestly, I'm going to try not to geek out too much during the course of this video, but I love the attention to detail. This obviously came from a place of respect to that lore. Like even the swords that we've got here, there are 3. They're real swords from
What's
the
this,
King
Galantine?
That's Gawain's sword and Lancelot's sword over here, and then obviously King Arthur's Excalibur. So just the idea that they've done that, and you can kind of see mixed into all these chips, just like any kind of social deduction game, there's different effects that are going to be carried out. Some of these are just like generic townspeople. You might have the merchant, the priest,
still very,
whatever.
very
powerful.
helpful.
But then there's one of each of like the main characters, like people that you'd actually see. Like there's a Lancelot token and a Guinevere token.
And they have significant powers.
They have very cool powers. So I really like that addition to the game.
Yeah, you'll see all of that as we play, which we'll get to right now. We've got to decide who's going to be first player. I'm going to say, because you're such an expert on the lore,
I don't know, a fan, I'll say.
You have the crown right now. And that's just going to bounce back and forth. I'm going to give you also a choice. Which chip do you want?
Oh, no. Oh, this one.
Take it.
Would you? Oh, but you offered this one a little closer to me.
That's okay.
I'm not going to tell you what
and
chip
just so you know, since we're playing it 2 players, we'll tell you. But you wouldn't normally, because with more players, they could be anywhere. But I have the cursed sword. He has Excalibur.
I love it.
In a 2-player game, you know this information going in.
And that's a huge, already from the start of the game, a significant difference. Because I said Excalibur down here, but at the start of the game, we're going to draw 3 more tiles from outside of Avalon and mix them in. So when David said that there's a shell game aspect, he wasn't being metaphorical. I'm literally going to draw 3, and I'm going to mix these all together and hope that David does not know.
I'm going to draw 1 from each.
Which one of these? Oh, cool.
I want to take a look at mine first.
I'm not supposed to move these. Well, at the start of the game, I'll move these so they're all on camera.
Yeah, but
once we start looking at these, they don't change.
Yeah, because you could place one back in a specific spot, and if everyone's looking, they'll remember that you placed something there. What
All
it
right, what do we
is
get?
is another thing.
Now these tokens I'm not going to tell. Okay. All right.
All right, I'm ready. So
Oh, you're
every
ready
round
already?
is going to happen like this. We're going to put our fist in the table with one of our chips. It can't be the cursed sword. It can't be Excalibur, but any one of the other chips that you have. I'm waiting for Ryan.
I know. I'm thinking about it.
And then you reveal at the same time. I've got the peasant.
I've got the priest.
All right, so in turn order, the
starting
person's
with
going
me.
to activate their chip. So you're going to activate the priest, which does what?
Lets me draw 2 chips, and I can draw them from anywhere outside of Avalon. Now, if I were to draw one of the swords, I say huzzah, so everyone knows, but the swords are safe right now, and I'm not going to draw one.
You just want 2 chips.
I just want 2 chips. I want to get some better chips in my hand, and these were good. These were good. I'm happy with that. And then
this
priest
goes
is out of the game.
back to the box. We're just going to set it
There are
off to the side
5
here.
priests, so now we know there's only 4 left.
I have the peasant. The peasant allows me to either draw or steal 1 chip, and then I return it. I am going to steal a chip from you.
I'm going to give these a
mix
good...
them up a little
Now,
bit.
your personal supply, you can mix up as much as you want. I'm going to change their directions, and we'll see what you do here.
All right, I'm going to take this one. Interesting.
Let me look at...
Interesting.
Let me see the expression on your face. And again, that's another big change from 2... Like, in a multiplayer game, no one knows what you took.
Right.
But in this game, I know what you took.
Yeah.
If I remember what's in front of me.
Well, even in a higher player count game, you'll still know what I took.
I will, but not
Right.
everyone. But,
No one else will.
So that was interesting.
So now the crown comes to me, and we just do the same thing. That was a round of Excalibur.
And normally we would draw back up to 4, but we both ended with 4.
Yeah,
4
at
there.
the beginning
That's
of
wild.
each round, everyone who has less than 4 draws back up to 4. If you have more than 4, we believe you can keep those. But let's see.
What do I want to give and not give?
I'm gonna do this one. We don't
I
know
like-
all of the roles by heart, so
There's a
you'll
lot
have
of
to bear
roles.
with us. Merchant.
Percival.
Percival.
Yeah, Percival found the Holy Grail.
What's Percival do?
Percival lets me flip 4 chips face up, and then I get to choose one of them.
And then flip the others face
But
down.
you have the crown, so you're going
I
to
have the
act
crown,
first.
so I'm going to go first. I'm going to use the merchant. The merchant lets me draw or steal 2, then
Yep.
return 1. Do you want to mix them up?
Nope,
Matter?
I don't care.
I'm changing it up.
It's
and I'm
fine.
going here.
I don't even know what they were.
I do.
Okay, well now you do.
And then when you return, I can return from my hand, so it doesn't have to be one of those 2 chips.
That's true. And I know you've got the cursed sword in there. You could just give it to me and hope that I'm stuck with it for the rest of the game.
It's possible.
I mean, it's possible. It's probable. You don't want the cursed sword, but I'd be happy with you keeping the cursed sword. Interesting decision. He did not give me the cursed sword.
Spoiler alert.
You know what? I like that in a 2-player game we can talk out loud because you already know.
It is
So
interesting. It is
it's-
interesting.
This not so great in a
No, you-
2-player game. This one, I'm not going to use it.
Oh,
It's
the one I gave
spy.
you?
It lets you look at your opponent's hand, which is okay, but like I already kind of have a good idea of what's in your hand.
Yeah, but it can come into play later, like towards the end of the game. It might be
That's
good to
true.
know what the other player has.
All right, Percival's gonna flip 4 up in Avalon, and I take 1.
All
so
right.
let's flip up 1. A
Merchant.
is available. I've got a peasant. I can choose a thief. Thief could be pretty good.
Thief's not bad.
Another merchant. I really actually like the merchant. The
Merchant's pretty
ability to
good.
steal 2 from your opponent.
The merchant's just basically a better peasant.
Yeah.
And then these flip over where
You
they
mean the merchant
were.
is what a peasant would be if they made something out of their
Exactly.
sauce.
Just try. You're going to go. The crown's going back to
That's what's stopping the peasants from success.
you.
They're just not trying,
Exactly.
right? No.
Don't try to cancel me here on this video. And peasants, you be
What did I
peasants.
draw? All right. Ooh, pretty good.
Pretty good. Oh, I need to take
I
a
like
look
what I
at
just
things.
got. In fact, I'm gonna use it right now.
I need to take a look at one.
I
of mine
like this
here.
one, and I'm gonna use it to hopefully to some great effect. Oh, and I have the crown too. Morgana,
The Baroness.
another character.
What's
tile.
Morgana?
Draw 2, then play any one of them, and I think I'm gonna draw this one
Okay.
and this one. And I'm gonna play one of them immediately. I'm gonna play the thief, steal from up to 2 different players. We only have 1 player, so I'm gonna steal from you directly. I got a 1 in 3 shot here of getting that Excalibur back. Did I?
You might have. I think you did.
I mean, you know.
I don't have it anymore, so
That's
you must
true.
have.
I must have.
You
And
must
then-
have. Now we're playing mind games with you.
I know. Try to follow.
Is it over to me?
It is over to you.
The Baroness, draw 2 chips, then trash 1 from your hand to the box. You cannot trash Excalibur or the Cursed Sword.
Oh, that's...
Did you use oh, you're putting them over there?
I put my discard pile over here.
That's
It's just-
fine.
We can look at that at any time if you need to know if a specific character is out of the game.
Baroness, draw 2 chips. I'm going to draw from here. And then
Interesting.
what'd she do? Trash 1.
Trash
I just
one just goes out of the
one
game,
from
but
my
I get
hand.
yeah, I get to know what it is.
You get to know what it is. Oh yeah, I'm trashing a peasant.
Nice. You trashed on
No
the peasants
offense to
early.
the
You already
peasants.
that's
No
twice
offense to
now,
the
David.
peasants.
That's twice.
I'm a bit of a peasant myself. So that's that round.
Yep. So
Comes
you
back
actually
to me.
you get to draw one because
I
you're
do.
short one.
I'm gonna draw from here because I kind of want to get the game going. What'd I get? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tried and true merchant.
I've got the artisan.
Ooh. Draw 2 or steal 2, then return any 2 into Avalon. Interesting.
And when you return to Avalon, you can return them to any one of these 3 areas. So, along with my strategy, I'm going to take these 2. Oh, hold on a second.
Does that change things?
Well, no, I just need to do some thinking here all of a sudden. Because sometimes you pull something and you're like, oh, it's one of those. Sometimes you pull something else. Ooh, okay. And
I know what I'm hunting for. I like the character
I'll
powers.
take him too. And then what do I have to do?
Then you have to add 2 back to Avalon.
Oh, just any 2 back to Avalon? Oh boy. I will add these 2 back to Avalon.
Okay. I am going to play the merchant, draw or steal 2, and then return 1. I'm actually going to steal 2 from you, David, because
2 from me?
yeah, it seems like you like what you drew there a little bit too much.
Little,
What did I get?
a thing.
Okay.
You got things.
And I got to give 1 thing back.
You can just give one of those things back if you
You
want.
can have that back.
You did give me 1 back.
I gave it right back.
But not one of the ones I just gave
And then the
him.
merchant is gone. All right. And I still have 5. I'm still not drawing from the
Oh, I
middle.
am drawing. I'm gonna draw these
You're going to keep
2
the game
here.
going? Keep it speeding along? Trying
Heck
to draw from
yeah.
the same area? Okay, I don't like
Ugh.
that or that or that or that or
Ugh.
that. I actually don't love my tiles. Okay. I'm going to do what I have to do. Am I first player this time? I
You
have
are.
the crown? The
Merchant.
spirit. All at once,
Oh.
everybody steals 1 in one direction. So we're going to steal 1 from each other.
And you go first, so we're gonna do that at the same time. Oh,
It's
that's a risky move.
If I had more options, I would have chosen a different option.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
My turn.
It is.
I'm going to use my merchant to steal 2.
Yep.
I can do that, right? From
Yep.
you. Draw 2 or steal 2 and return 1 of them. We're stealing 2 from you.
All right. This is where I got. This is the mix. Huh? All right. What did you steal? Oh, what are you giving back to me? I could have seen that coming. He stole something. He stole the cursed blade and gave it right
stole
back
the
to
thing.
me. So I'm stuck with this cursed blade, but I get to draw 1 from the middle. Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm doing this for a reason. It's going to make sense when I explain it. Oh, you get the crown back.
I have the crown.
Yeah, you'll have the crown here.
All right.
King Arthur.
And I revealed Galahad. And Galahad, just so you know, I need to jump in and say this. Galahad says, on reveal, close your fist on one chip in your hand. It is protected from all effects this round.
Well, so Arthur says each sword is held out, and I steal one of the swords. So I played at Arthur just to get him out of the game, but also if you had stolen it, I would steal it back. So we each have to put one sword out in our hands. The fact that you don't have a sword should be concerning to everybody.
Concerning to me.
I'm going to steal my own.
Okay, good.
I stole my own, which you knew I had. But that gets King Arthur out of the game. I didn't want to risk a situation where later you could use it to steal back from me. Plus, I don't love what I've got here. Let me tell you, having both swords in your little pile clogging up 2 of your slots, it's not a great feeling.
Yeah, well, it's
I need to get rid of one of these.
It's on you.
I'm going to draw from here.
I am too.
You're drawing from the...
Okay.
Okay, well... well, all right.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Merlin the Great.
Thief.
Again, I don't want to play this other one, so I'm stuck playing the one I drew. It's Merlin. Sword bearers must shout, I shall be king. So, I'm a sword bearer. I shall be king.
Oh, yeah, it was with conviction. I liked it. That's all. So I know you have a sword, although we knew that he had a sword. I have the thief. Steal one from up to 2 different players.
That's what I was...
Thief also a little better in a multiplayer game because you can steal more.
Here we go. Shell game again. You know I've got both blades. Which one are you going to get?
Excalibur.
Nope. No, you did not.
Nope, indeed.
I don't necessarily want the game to end right now. Oh, man. I don't want.
Yeah, you probably want to prolong things.
I literally have both swords.
You need to draw things to get rid of.
I do.
Yeah,
and I like that in 2-player game we have all this information. It just makes it feel, we've played it more players, it just feels so different playing it too.
Yeah, we just played it just prior to this with my son, Spencer, at 3 players, and it does feel quite different even at 3. And I've played it, I think, at 6, which you can check out on Roxley's YouTube channel. It was kind of a crazy game, but check that out. Are you ready?
I'm ready. And I have the crown?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What you got?
Peasant, draw or steal one, then return one.
And I've got a spirit.
So I go first.
I've got spirit.
How about you?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to draw or steal one and then return one. So I'm going to draw one from you. I'm going to draw this one. Man, we've been past, and I'm going to return one to you.
Gee, I wonder what it's
there you go.
Gonna be. Okay, now
there you go.
It's my spirit's turn. Pick left or right. All players simultaneously steal one chip.
So,
I'm gonna give these a really good shuffle.
Okay, I'm gonna
do a little under the table shuffle.
Oh, a little under the sleeve shuffle. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm putting all cursed swords in here. I've got 8 copies of the game, and I'm just holding cursed swords.
All right. Okay.
What?
Okay, interesting situation here.
My turn? How many? You got to draw up?
Oh, yeah, I got to draw up. So do you. Ooh, we could make this close to the end of the game here.
I got to think this through
and
a little bit.
I have the crown?
Yeah.
Yeah, No, you have the crown.
I think I have the crown.
All right.
What did you play last?
I
went second.
Yeah, you went
last
second.
Time.
I'm nervous. I am feeling the anxiety here. It's one thing when you know that anybody at the table can mess with your plans, but they might not. They might mess with each other. And in a 2-player game, knowing that anything David does is ultimately just going to hurt me.
This will be a unique play here.
This is for me too.
Spy.
Merchant.
Interesting. So the spy goes first. Now here's the interesting thing about a spy. Not a great pull in a 2-player game. I get to look at his entire hand. So we'll just show it to you.
Now, so do you see why I haven't wanted to play the spirit?
I've
been holding on to that spirit because it makes every player steal.
Here's what he has. Now, in a multiplayer game, just so you know, not that this means anything in a 2-player game, I would now say 1 truth and 1 lie about what I'm seeing
bring it
here,
on.
which again can inject a lot of interesting, but faulty information
true.
to the table in a larger
But
player
we know
count.
it's true. Give me a truth and a lie.
He's got Excalibur.
That's a truth.
He doesn't have Excalibur.
Oh, wow. That feels like blueprints. Like I'm looking at those boxes again, trying to figure out the truth and the lie. All right. So,
Now,
well,
that was me, and now it's you,
this is not going to be great for you.
the merchant.
The merchant. Draw or steal 2 and return 1. I'm going to steal this one.
Oh, that is bad. I didn't
And
think
I'm
it
going to
through.
steal this one.
I didn't think it through.
And that will trigger the end of the game.
Yeah, so as soon as one is empty, the crown goes to the center, and then you finish that round.
They have to return 1
Oh, wow.
piece to Avalon.
I should have played this. This would have been the better play.
What was the better play? What would you have played?
Well, I had Uther.
Oh,
So Uther
Well-
is anyone who has Excalibur must give it to another player of their choice.
that would have also, you would have lost that way too.
Would I?
Because I would have used the merchant to steal 2 from you and I would have given you the cursed sword. Because the merchant lets you draw 2 and then replace 1. So wherever you draw
That's
or
true.
steal from, because the merchant can steal from another player. So if you had
But
taken
return back
Excalibur,
to.
I
So
would have given you the cursed blade.
even if you didn't get Excalibur back,
Right.
you could stick me with the cursed
And then you'd
sword.
have both of them. So me having that merchant, I think when it gets down, and that is the danger of pushing to the end like that, because when
Yes.
it gets down to you give another player control. Like even if there had been 2 chips, if I play the merchant, I can end the game
That's true.
earlier than you think. Like you think you have another turn, you're not gonna have another
Yeah,
turn.
and if you want to see a different experience, like I said earlier, when I played with 6 players, I think it was 6 or 7, we all just kept wanting the game to go on. So we actually emptied a lot of
Well, it's
two
a
of
lot
the-
different because you think, yeah, in a 2-player game, if you're holding Excalibur, you're like, come on, let's get the game to end. Like, I want it to end now while I still
Right.
have Excalibur in my hand. Whereas in a 6-player game, you want to extend it because that increases the chances of you getting Excalibur. Unless you're the one guy out of 6. But I think in a 6-player game, 2 spots have to be empty.
Yeah, 2
So
spots
it
have to be
does
empty.
necessarily take a little bit longer.
But it does get down to it eventually, right? Like when there's
Yeah.
2 spots almost empty, 1 spot will empty, and then it's down to 1 that it's getting empty. The other thing is interesting is when you have Excalibur, you think, oh, I do want it to end, but in a higher player count game, 1 round around the table, anything can happen.
True.
Like
True.
3 people play merchants, and everyone knows you have Excalibur. They are coming at you.
You're losing it.
Hunting for Excalibur.
Yeah, you're
So
losing
you've
it.
got to get pretty crafty about how you want to play things out and protect yourselves. For instance, player order, right? Like, so if you have Excalibur, you might want to try to win when you're last.
Well, that's
in
and
player
that's
order.
why I was able to do that because
Yeah.
if I'd been first that time,
Yeah, you'd have been.
and then you.
Oh, then I would have won, just
Well,
straight
but-
up, right?
Well, potentially, if
you
you
had
had played a
Excalibur.
card that stole Excalibur from
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But you know that too, so I get to see that you'll have that. So being able to having everyone reveal and then you taking your action in a 2-player game, it's huge. But the main reason we wanted to do this, I think a lot of these games can't even really be played at 2.
Yeah,
So
usually they
just
can't.
like they suffer at 2. And I don't know. I'm not going to say give you an opinion. You can make your own opinion from watching us play. It is a different feeling game. Go watch some of the 6-player footage. I think you're in one of those 6-player videos.
Yeah. It's definitely a game geared more for, I'd say, and like I said, it goes up to 8, but I would say anything from 4 to 8, and the more the merrier. Now, when you get up to 8 players, it's certainly a more chaotic
Yeah,
game.
and
this
longer.
is, it
A
should
little
be
bit
said,
longer.
this is not a heavy, thinky, Euro-y type of game. This is a lighthearted mind game, sort of like, do I have this? Is the poison in front of
Right.
you, or is the poison in front of me? And the more people you have at the table, they can like lean into that and start messing with each other's minds. And there's also chips that you didn't see, rolls that kind
a
of
whole bunch of
inject-
characters did not come up.
yeah, they inject more information into the table. And like I said, even the spy, you can inject some faulty information.
Yeah.
You can start doing things just like saying like, oh, I have both swords. Even if you don't, right? Like you just start playing
Yeah.
mind games at the table. But that is Excalibur at 2 players. If you have any questions at all about it, or if you have any thoughts on the game yourself, please make them in the comments below. We'll get down there and answer whatever we can. Until next time, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.